With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Visitors sideline, their head coach. His team ready to return to action following that dreaded early season bye. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Shifts by him, and he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's Goff. Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Powerful running. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Goff. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now Goff. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Down to about the 23. Now we'll pause for an injured player. And that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. That's swung out wide to Harris. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics and get his game going again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Las Vegas.
Again, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Raiders in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 19-18.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Seahawks 31-yard line.
Lions. Ready.
Now Daniels. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Breaks through the contact. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari and Hampton, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 3.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Gets around him. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Seahawks offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. Caught by London. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Turbo set, 180.
From the 50, it's gone. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down.
First and 10 at the
Goff going to move his guys around a bit. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now it's gone. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
120.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Here's a diving catch right side. 13 yards down to the 13.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, Goff. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. Stays on his feet. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets Gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Tag! 19!
They go play action. Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready? Go!
Here's Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They'll work inside here. Hampton. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To the air goes Daniels. They'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Cougar 19.
Daniel's going to try to sneak. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Let's go.
Taylor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Ready?
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing now is Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jaden Daniels in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
180!
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The 49ers at home to take on the Eagles. And this is Jackson Dart. Throws to the end zone. It's caught right near the pylon. It's a touchdown. The Eagles had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. The Bears move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Houston Texans. And this is Woody Marks. 54 yards to the house. The Texans get win number 4 on the season. They come away with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Showing off that speed and electric boost that he has. 95 yards that kick return goes down for.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Seahawks offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Goff now looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Tackle on the play by Christian Benford.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. They run once more with Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
Viking 18.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Goff. He's got his man London right side. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Goff going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Six yards there on the keeper at second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Like 20.
To throw is gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. From the gun on third down, Goff. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory. There's Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get sixes instead of threes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Come on.
Daniels looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Goff.
When any pass is in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Goff going to shift him around. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. The tackler,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready? 60 by 6.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go out on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach in a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Raiders, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks,